This will be a tutorial on how to get the Arduino to recognize commands from a computer over the serial port. To start, we want to open the blink example. And the first thing we need to do there is change the LED variable to whatever pin we have our LED on. In my case, that's 8. Most Arduino boards also have one at pin 13, so you could probably just leave it to pin 13. And we also need another integer variable to store the state, which we will just call state. And then in the setup function, we need to initialize our serial connection, so Serial.begin. We'll set the speed to 9600 baud. Then we move down to our main program loop, which we want to just erase any data that's currently there, as we won't need it. The first thing we want to do is check for serial data. So if serial data is available, and we say greater than 0 because that means that there is data there. We want to look at what the first character we received on our serial buffer is, but without erasing it. So we want to Serial.peek, peek at the data. And in my case, I want to check for a lowercase c to signify a command. Then we need to read that C character off of the buffer because we won't be needing it anymore. So we just do a Serial.read to remove it from the buffer. And then since we know after the command character we will be receiving an integer, we want to set the state to that integer, which we can do by using a command called parseInt, which will just parse any data received on the buffer as long as it's an integer and store it in our state variable. Then once that's done, we can send the data to our LEDs, so digital write, LED, and state. And then we need to close our if statement. And then because we know that there is data left on there because we had to send a new line character to say that we're done sending an integer, we need to erase that off of the buffer, which we could just do with a serial read, except just in case we make a typo or anything, we just want to remove anything we weren't expecting off the buffer. So to do that, we do while serial.available, so while there is data there, we do something. I just realized I made a typo up above here, so we need to actually call a function instead of a variable. And then whilst there's variable data, we just read it off of the buffer just to remove it. And we close that while loop, and then we close our initial if statement. From there, we can upload that to the board. Then open the serial monitor, and if we send C1, our LED will light up, and C0, it will turn off. I'll put some more code examples on my blog, for example how to change the state of 2 different LEDs with one command, because as this is currently written we'd have to have a delay to do that, but we may not want to delay between commands. And then in my next tutorial I'll be posting either later today or tomorrow, I will show you how to write a quick Python script that will send the commands to the Arduino. Thanks for watching.